Yeah, back in the game. You'll have to excuse me if I'm going to speed through things a bit more rapidly instead of looking all around here. We're back into the crashing zone in this game. Basically, so far everything's run perfectly smoothly. No crash, no issue, but this isn't the first time I'm going in this area, let's put it that way. Nor the second. This fairly simple area. Collect a few items.
As I recall from my time doing business with the owners, that oxyfill station out there is just a front for a kinda hidden passage leading down below. If Lamb's hiding Eleanor from you, that's where she'll be.
Fairly simple area. Collect 4 items, and there's, I think, 2 little sisters here. So that's basically what we need to do. I've made some changes, so I'm hoping the game will be more stable. Basically, well, the game has a very low video memory usage, and I've extended it to what my card has. I'm hoping that brings stability, but there's no guarantee. So the recording from this area might be pretty bad. So, if we're lucky, we might get this through with only 1 or 2 crashes. If we're super lucky and the changes I made actually work, we might not crash at all, but no guarantees. This is pretty simple. There's a central area here with some kind of a tank, and what we need to do is collect 4 items spread between the shower area and the live test facility. And that's it. Also, I have finished up the research on Big Daddies and Alpha series. Elemental Storm Tonic is totally pointless to us. It's if you get hit by a melee attacker, you instead of just slashing out with certain element, you randomly slash out with fire, electricity, or ice. The Big Daddy Arms Race Tonic, it means you find more ammunition from corpses. So either one is of zero interest to us. It means basically that Brute, Splicers, and Big Sisters have some use for us, but everything else don't give a crap about the research anymore. Hypnotic Pallet. This is basically if you shoot at that, every splicer near it goes berserk. That's what it does.
I'm afraid the lights in here sting my eyes terribly now. Until you arrive to deal with me, they will remain off. Please, locate the breakers and flip them, and then return here to restore power. Sophia believes the perfect human altruist is just a formula, waiting on us to solve for X. Intelligence and consciousness are not the same, she argued. Awareness of self naturally becomes obsession with it. So, if we could suppress my sense of self, but imbue me with the cognitive capacity to serve the common welfare, we could thereby generate the first utopian. And then, Sophia said, at long last, utopia would follow.
Dr. Alexander has agreed to accept both measures of the new utopian project. He will become a kind of genetic chimera, host to all the minds of Rapture, accessing their talents and memories via the Adam we have gathered. And deriving in part from Project WYK, I have developed a new set of behavioral constraints. Dr. Alexander will live to promote the common good. His love and loyalty shall be spread evenly across the entire human race. For me, that is discipline at great personal cost. For him, at last, it will be instinct.
Okay, the upgrade I bought was us. We can now summon elite bots instead of normal bots.
Sophia and I knew that to create the first true utopian would come at a high cost, my friend. We needed someone to be host to all that Adam, Rapture's finest minds. A willing subject, that is to say, myself. Whatever you may have seen inside the tank, that was indeed me. I fear the fate of Eleanor Lamb will be less physical, but no less grotesque. This tank for deep-sea life is the ideal way to dispose of me. But first, you must retrieve enough Adam-infused plant life to lure me out. The slugs feed on the stuff, and it's all I seem to want now. I have left a sample here, so you know what to look for.
Reminds me of guild navigators from Dune. The tank and the gigantic slug-like thing that's in there. I'll
I
try.
see you out there, Delta. You want to be top man, hmm? You want to sit in the big chair? Well, come and take it.
Might as well do the research we can. Elemental storm, no use. Let's go away.
Well, listen, son, those override keys you've been hunting are genetically encoded. And to get to Eleanor, you're gonna need one from Alex the Great in there. First things first, we gotta pin him down. Find those plants he mentioned, and lure him back out.
So far, so good. Pacification chamber. It's a camera. Where is it?
Well, that's the end of the Alpha series. The pair bond simply worked too well. That madwoman Tannenbaum bit the company hand, turning some of the bonded sisters human again. Others were lost to splicers. Either way, the trauma proved too much for the bonded protectors, resulting in unreasoning rage or coma. We can harness their suicidal aggression as foot soldiers, but no more, I'm afraid. Today I saw one kneeling near a gatherer's garden and crying.
Not exactly some behavior you want to look for in your soldiers, I guess. I know what the heavy rivets do now. They actually do extra headshot damage. Which is definitely not even implied, really. But Good to know, I guess. Not my way.
We can't have you running around the laboratories in your condition.
You fuck with the wrong guy! You know what I fucking say!
Much of a fight.
Poor things. What a life. Marching around playing daddy until some splicer manages to kill off their sister. And then if the coma doesn't take them, they turn maniac. Nothing left to do but scream. No offense intended, son. We better get you to Eleanor on the double.
Your body begins to tear itself apart. The compulsion to find Eleanor will drive you to madness or coma. You have no claim on her. Your design was among Rapture's greatest sins. And yet, you persist. Why?
So good so far. It seems like our changes at least stabilize things a little bit. When I said it was a bit unstable, I'm really underselling it. There was a reason I didn't keep the recordings. They were so short in duration that I would have had to trying to piece so many together has a huge chance to cause some oddities in the video. If nothing else, the audio will be mismatched somewhat. Alternatively, if I put them separately, there's a huge chunk of small videos that are suddenly, and I don't like either. The fact that we can at least make videos this long is good enough for me, and it's a vast improvement to what it was. So I'm fairly happy with this. With this, we have pretty much half the things we need to do already done. If we can get so even if this happens to crash at some point, it'll at best be probably 3 videos and we can get through this. So I'm more than cool with that. Now I'm wondering, would something similar been a problem in Bioshock 1 too? It's really hard to tell. I mean, because usually you just play a game, and as long as things work, you don't really give a shit if there is some problem there. But with these games, there really ought to be some kind of a guide what you really need to do to fix the most issues. I'm sure there are, but at the same time, I don't think many will use them, because this worked pretty well overall. Later on, when you stumble upon the problems, then you start to realize how many of them really are. Might as well try to take the research on that. Holy shit. No one doing anything about that fucking Houdini then. There are right here somewhere. What the fuck is happening? You're the big problem here. Okay, our first little sister Mini turret. Yeah, this is a bad way to do these fights. Just there were new enemies already being spawned here, and I just blindly attacked it without securing the area first. Very stupid thing to do.
Ah, I hear a creak. Sunshine.
More piercing rounds. Might as well buy something. We're again in the nasty situation, well, nasty and nasty, that there's an abundance of resources, but nothing really to spend it on. This is not a good place.
Here's the angel. Angel is on the inside. Adam's inside. This angel's lonely.
This girl's tougher than you. Then.
So far so good, our defenses are keeping them at bay at least. Feel free to do something. Yeah, it's Houdinis, that's why we're safe. They're not aggressive attackers. Dangerous, but they'll just teleport around largely.
Touch me? You dare? Run away! Oh, you
What's in you is gonna make me strong.
Good work, good work.
You always save me from monsters.
Watch where you're going, moron!
Okay, another corpse. Yeah, there's one in the showers. I'm taking it. And you were totally worthless. You're stuck in here, aren't you? Yes, you are. Well, it did something useful. There are corpses here after all.
Here's the angel. Why do you need sunshine here? Angel. The angels fall in love and home.
What?
Looking for you.
Shotgun surgeon.
Almost ready.
Hands that
It's
child,
just
you
a
monster!
little
Shut the
bit
fuck up.
Punishment. Ah! Who called this?
And we're done.
Ta-da!
Good work.
Are we gonna be together again, Daddy?
Excellent. Okay, I have 2 of these. Well, whatever. First little sister done, half of the actual mission done, and no crashes. Yeah, very nice improvement.
Thank you.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't think there's any reason for us to be here. No little sisters here. There's no bodies here. And there's no flowers here. So no matter what, we need something new, some new place to go to.
You're stealing! I know it.
What upgrades? I don't think we got the security upgrade, so better decoy.
Even the odds with a harder working decoy. Watch as it reflects damage back on distracted foes.
I don't think this is particularly good. The damage they do to each other tends to be weak, but this might be.
Get the most out of your investment. Damage by the decoy is returned to you as health.
Yep. This, on the other hand, might be enough to make a difference here and there. Okay.
Not in this house.
Every time we use the little sister, we probably should try to use the decoy. So we're, in many ways, we are getting better at this. I mean, we're not really having any trouble with these little sister situations anymore.
Dare touch me! How you run!
I'm afraid.
Hey, little sister. Surveillance office. Fuck! That's a turret. Okay. Can I fix you? Come on. I should be able to fix you. Can't for some reason. Maybe it's because it's located in the middle of the situation. Doesn't really matter too much. The big thing is that those drones are working properly.
Not many children
Mr.
can dream
Reed,
these days.
we'll miss the angels dancing.
Stranger, you're being absurd. No. Must hide.
Don't dilly-dally, Mr. Bubbles. Hurry.
Armors race. Yeah, extra ammunition, containers and bodies. Don't give a crap. Let's go, little sister. Hurry.
Ask yourself, Mr. Meltzer, is it better to be summarily executed as an outsider caught within these grounds, or to be united not just with your daughter Cindy, but with the Rapture family as well? The choice is yours. I urge you to accept the Protector program. You will live by her side and remember nothing beyond your love for her.
I wasn't the first to find Rapture. You crazy bitch. And I won't be the last. You do whatever you want to me. As long as I'm with Cindy, I'm a happy man.
Now we have a clear indication that she's not exactly looking for volunteers. Not real volunteers. Join or die. Congratulations, those are your options.
Here it is.
Here it is indeed.
A valuable collection. Give it away.
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be people coming from there, so I want someone to harass them. I'll take care of this punch.
That's it. We're done here.
It's not a good place to be. And we're about to end this. I won't, sweetheart, just keep mutilating that corpse. Yeah, swallow it. Swallow it all, little girl.
Daddy, I'm ready.
Excellent.
I'm always safe with Daddy.
Ah, okay, where the hell are we gonna get the next corpse? One left. Where's the other one? They're fairly useful, so I'm certainly going to be preparing them. Need to get into a pretty serious fight for the risk of destroying them. Okay, we did get a few guys from here too. Nothing special. And with the bots, a single mini turret is more than enough. It doesn't need to do much. A little bit of harassment is all that's really needed. Ooh, hack only mini turret. Thank you. I'll take that if we run out. What now?
We found Adam, Daddy.
Also found our Nick.
This is where they bound us together, Father. Playing God. You were the only good thing that Rapture ever gave me.
She was not meant to have a father, Delta. She was to be an heir to my life's work. And this is where they changed her, bonding her to you. The child she was died in this room.
Extra mini turrets. Hacking to access that. Right. Okay, let's handle the little sister first. I do not want to start a fight when this bastard is here. Chance of something going wrong is just too great.
Found it.
Every man for himself these days. Dog eat dog. Man eat dog. Step away.
Last one, little girl.
Shine, Adam shine. I'm a good girl, Mr. B. Adam.
Not much happening. Security systems are defending us. Fuck you.
Illegal! This is illegal!
Just a
That poor little girl! She's helpless!
He's also down.
This angel. He's nicer than
Yeah, I should not have started anything as long as the Big Daddy was here. We could have used some kind of ability to take control of him too, but... Just ignoring him? Bad mistake. Bad mistake. And we're done. So... Done half of the actual mission and got all the little sisters done. And give me your mini trucks. Excellent. Ah.
Thank you.
Are we gonna see a big sister?
The girls are whispering, Father. They've left you a present at the Gatherer's Garden. Take it.
Fuck. Yeah. I know. Come on, you son of a bitch. Increase max. Okay, we'll let the automated systems. Yeah, they're healing me quite nicely, in fact. And the turrets will take care of the rest.
Take care of this for me.
We got the only real thing that mattered to us anymore from the Big Sisters, more extra Eve. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yeah, you really get used. At this point, you have at least start to have a routine for this job, and all the top fights are probably over now. I'd like to spend some of those that hard-earned Eve, though. We'll come back here. Health seekers. Out of my way. Ah, yes. Launcher cluster bomb upgrade. Not sure if that's really good. The drill reflector upgrade would be great, probably. Incoming projectiles will be reflected back at the attacker, so you just had to survive. The drill would be a great option. But cluster bombs for us.
We put our eldest sister through a new regimen of physical and mental conditioning and suited her up with modified protector equipment of my design. The younger ones have dubbed her a big sister. Sadly, this is a stopgap. Between rogue splicers and the aging of the girls, we'll run out of viable little sisters soon. After that, the surface may be our only source.
That explains a lot. Pack only mini turrets. Yep. We'll try to get a couple of extra plant pieces. But yeah, increasing the available video memory the game uses definitely stabilized things quite a bit. Can't say it's rock solid, that remains to be seen, but definite noticeable change in the stability of the game. What's more sort of surprising to me is that the problem, before this there were no problems, and I don't really see anything specific here that would justify it. The only problems we had were the sound problems, but I can't really say if that's entirely unrelated.
Mother has destroyed Dr. Alexander. She tried to splice him into some kind of living saint who would calculate the common good and adhere to it tirelessly. But now he's become something unspeakable. Mother's philosophy is just as corrupt as Ryan's. By her standards, it would be better to have the entire world equally miserable than to allow us to strive in our own behalf. I have to get out of here.
I don't think that's quite true. The equally miserable part. Usually the miserable part comes from the fact that others are screwing over others. Or you are, let's say, wasting resources at a rate that you can't sustain, but you don't give a shit because you only think of yourself. So in some ways, you could avoid a lot of the supposed misery. Are you stuck again? Yes, you are. You're an awesome help in fights, but you're such a useless sack of shit sometimes. Okay, two plants.
Hello? I know you're in there. I know who you are. Don't scare me.
Someone's having fun upstairs.
But we should bring the hounds in from the stables just the same.
On the toilets with a shotgun. You smash through this with the drill.
I'm surrounded by them, and
I
yet
suppose you could
nobody can
use
tell
the
I
telekinesis
have
ability
one.
to
They
pick
know.
a few items if that's what you did. Yep. Rubbish. Another mini turret. Proximity mines, heavy. Anything else?
Some ungrateful parasite must be chopping my heirlooms for kindling even now. It sickens me.
Yeah, there's gonna be a reaction when I take this in there.
Might as well call me an shorty.
Alright, sport, time to feed the fish. Head on back to Alexander's tank and put those plants in.
Nice work, decoy.
Why, this isn't so bad at all. Quaint, earthy. Oh, I can't kid myself.
How did you even get here?
Poor Gilbert. It was his will to die, Delta. To serve the majority by protecting them from his lunacy. Your entire journey here is based on your
What? My what now?
refusal to do the same. Will you grant his request, knowing that he served the family?
Rebirth, huh? Sure, you live forever, but minus your body. I like my body, kid. I don't feature the idea of my memories and personality being stored in the head of some saintly child, like just one more dusty old book in the library.
I will be killing the worm. Hopefully, and a crash.